Hi, my name is Jackie Lee Price and welcome to Shadowboxruk.
Hi and welcome to Mick Driscoll, the lead performance coach for England Boxing. How you doing?
I'm all good, thank you.
You got all serious now.
Yeah. Yes, I'm fantastic.
That's a euphemism for. So we're here in Guildford at the Winter Box Cup. You must be ecstatic at how well this competition has gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first one last year in Manchester, and I think they've doubled the entries, 3 rings. It's gone fantastic. Boxers from Norway, Italy, all over Europe coming in. So yeah, it's fantastic. It can only get better.
And haven't you got quite a few sort of European champions here, and some of the people that are going to be actually boxing in the Olympics?
I'm not sure about the Olympics, but there's definitely European champions that are here from Ireland, from Holland, Norway. Yeah. We were gonna have the Ukraine over, so we were planning on having an international performance before the start of both days. So we're having the Ukraine over to box the England #1 and the boxers from GB. So you know, the #1 and #2 they brought 10 boxers over, the 5 weights, because they didn't go to the World Championships in Russia because obviously their troubles with Ukraine and Russia. So they see our box cup and said about coming into it, and I said, well, rather than having a box cup, you're probably better boxing the #1 in England and the #1 we can get a GB boxer as well. But unfortunately they couldn't get a visa. It was all arranged, they couldn't get a visa. But we're hopeful that next year we're going to try and do a round robin.
Tell you what though, that's fine. It would have been brilliant if you'd have got them there. But in terms of from last year to this year, the participation has grown, but also you've got like the BBC and people like ourselves now coming and interviewing and watching. I mean, how good is that for the sport?
Well, just for boxing alone, having the BBC back with boxing is fantastic. And let alone for female boxing, it couldn't get even better. Like I say, that's absolutely, just to get the BBC back in boxing is fantastic, but for the female boxing, or for a tournament like this, is yeah, brilliant. It's fantastic.
So, you guys have had some really brilliant success over the last year. I mean, can you tell me, in terms of from 2018 to 2019, how we've done? Let's talk about the juniors and youth to start off with.
Well, if we just take the youths, it was only 3 years ago, Liv Hussey was the first English boxer to ever get a gold medal at European Youth Championships. We've now got, just this year, Caroline Dubois goes to 47 fights unbeaten, wins the Europeans for a 4th time, of the Worlds and the Youth Olympics. Gemma Richardson, she's on something like 52 fights, 150. She won the Europeans again this year for the 3rd time and the Worlds. Yeah, we've got Emily Ashworth. She's gone from being a junior European champion now to a youth champion, and she's only her 1st year up. Fantastic, really, really good. So yeah, and the juniors we're coming through. You've got Sasha Icky from London, from the Fisher, who's come back with a gold medal, and Shelby that boxed here today, come out with a silver in our first international tournament. So again, really, really good.
I mean, you're doing really, really well. And somebody, I've been around this sport for many, many years, and what's beautiful at the moment is seeing the participation of the youths and juniors growing, but also that they're medaling.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we put a lot of time. We train as a team, so there's no girl and boy. There's no difference. And it's amazing to still see countries where we go to, like Ukraine and Russia, and they train completely separate, like 2 separate teams. I use a lot of thing called AIR, and I spoke about AIR before. Adaptable, independent, resilient, robust. And part of that for us, part of our 6-week training prior to a tournament, is the team bonding. How important it is, and it really reflects well with the males and females in the team to get that bond within the team. And I definitely think the female boxing has had a real big push by treating the same with the boys. They spar the boys. Yeah, it's really, really good.
Because I was going to say, what was the secret ingredient? Because I heard the secret ingredient was Amanda Coulson.
Listen, Amanda is fantastic. It's not down to one thing. I think in general, if I'm being honest with you, that's fantastic. I think in general what it is, we've had a different mindset. I think England coaches previously over the last 30 years, this is how it's done, this is what we keep doing. We put a lot of emphasis onto the boxer. It's their responsibility. For example, a warm-up. There's a set way of warming up. Is there not? Me and you are completely different. Particularly girls. Some girls don't do absolutely anything. Have a little loosen out, shake out, that's it. Some people do a lot of pads. So it's down to the individual. We put ownership down to the individuals. Weighing in, making the weight. It's all massive responsibility down to the boxer and the trust between us as coaches. So we do a lot of constraints-based sparring and coaching. So instead of coaching the whole team, as in boxer A, boxer B, it's about their individual skills to come to light.
So what I will say with regard to that, firstly, it does seem that you guys really gel together as coaches, and that reflects in, obviously, the results that you guys are getting. But in terms of, like you say, this change of an old school feeling of coaches, that autocratic way, and you seem to be, really using the democratic way of coaching and letting the individual, the athlete, take responsibility.
Well, I mean, I box myself, so I know myself when I box for England or anything, being told where to go and what to do in different pieces. You want that adaptability in the boxer, that when I'm sitting here now and saying to you, you're boxing a guy over there, you can see what I can see, and it's not the case of, well, what do you want me to do and stuff like that. We don't want that. We want independence. We want them thinking for themselves, because they're doing that. When they're in the ring, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to take ownership and not have a chocolate behind the coach's back, or they're taking ownership of themselves where they're going. And it's massive, the teamwork within the coaching. Whenever we go to a Europeans or whatever, we sit down and we look at the coaching structure we've got. We don't want teachers, we don't want lecturers. We want to work as a team, as one.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point about the ownership. Like I say, it should be something that the boxer should be able to see, shouldn't they? Within a round, etc., how to adapt, should they need to adapt.
I mean, you have to have drills, and you have to have ownership, and you have to be told to do this and to do that. Yeah, that's part of being a coach and being anything like that. But we're dealing with the elite level. So we're dealing with the best juniors, the best schools in the country. And we can go to the school kids at that age and get them to start taking responsibility for what they eat. What they eat, how they act, when they train, when they run, when we're not with us all the time. So if we can get portray that across to the boxers, the elite levels, it benefits everybody.
I mean, to be fair, realistically, what you're saying is it's all done in the gym, isn't it? It's all done away from the competition, rather than, I mean, there's no point in trying to try something out while you're in the corner if they haven't tried it in the gym, surely.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes you have to if you're not used to something. But we try to put them across. We're not talking about just domestic boxing now as well. So we're talking about going internationally. So going to a not very nice country, not very nice weather, not very nice food, not very nice people, and then over 10 days, you're not boxing 3 times in 3 days. You might box one day, not box the next day. So that ownership about making the weight is massive, and it's not about sweatsuits and so forth and starving yourself. It's you taking ownership and planning over what you do. And it's the whole package. It's the whole package. Like I say, down to the food, the travel, all of it.
No, I think it's great that I'm actually at a young age they're starting to take responsibility rather than being spoon-fed. So what next in terms of internationally? What's on your on the horizon?
In January we got the Nations Cup in Serbia for the females that we'll be taking out schools, juniors, 4 youths, and 4 schools. That we'll be taking out as a prep for next year. Montenegro is the youths in April. The juniors are in Georgia in July. The schools are in Russia in August. And then we've got the Youth World Championships. It's either going to be Russia or India in September.
So you've got a busy year ahead, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got four big tournaments. So we'll be watching the nationals, doing the selection, and then each camp out, we go 6 weeks out, 6-week camps, prep for it, and then we go on to the next one.
I've got to ask you, Mick, so between the Cup yesterday and today, did you get a chance to sit down and watch the AJ fight?
Yeah, we watched it with the officials last night, and yeah, it was fantastic for England boxing.
And how did you feel like, did it go the way you thought it was going to go?
Yeah, I'm pleased. I was not going to lie, I was quite nervous for AJ. I felt a little bit nervous around him in coach's eyes, looking at him, how he's been building up to it. I was just a little bit concerned. But once he settled down, yeah, he boxed lovely.
I mean, explain to people, how difficult is that to change someone's style in such a short space of time? Because you can put the work in, can't you? But it doesn't always necessarily translate to the ring, does it?
It's very difficult as well, that whenever you've boxed somebody and you've been beat and someone can punch hard, stuff like that, it's very hard to forget that. And you can do whatever training you want to do and have plans and so forth, but at some stage in that contest, Ruiz was going to hit him again. You can't go in the rain by getting wet. That's very, very difficult inside for AJ to deal with. And you can do all you want as a coach, but you can just see that sometimes that, how things work. But listen, he's done fantastic. He stuck to the job and kept it distance, but, all good.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, again, you know, the sun is shining on him, because I tell you what, he has really uplifted British boxing, hasn't he?
Unbelievable what he's done. And considering what he'd done when he came into boxing late with Finchley, came into boxing at 18, 19, been a naughty boy and whatever, got into the boxing, and within a short space of 3-4 years, he's in the Olympics, won the Olympics, and then the same again. He's only had 23 bouts, and he's had 6 or 7 world titles bouts. You know what I'm saying? So it's phenomenal time what he's done in a short period of time, and let's hope it continues, because it's all good for England boxing.
I totally agree with you. I think it's amazing, you know, what it's done for British boxing, amateur and professional, but also for coming from like you say on a GB, that's all due down to the club, to GB, grassroots boxing. So may you continue being a part of grassroots boxing. I'm enjoying what you're doing. It's fantastic to see that the teams are doing well. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.
If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber of Shadowboxruk UK, we'd love to see you, so please go ahead and subscribe now.